thank you. Third one is in relation to play areas that you already own. You already undertake inspection, cleaning and repairs to play areas. I know with other parish councils we have that captured within their schedule, but I was aware that for whatever reason we had it omitted from the Highworth Town Council one. When I discussed it with Mr. Lane, he pointed out that you have your own play areas where you carry out this work, so I proposed that we captured that within the schedule.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah.
I don't think it should be.
Sorry?
I don't think it should be captured in the schedule. This is work that Swindon is giving to us.
But they're our play areas.
They're our play areas, so they're not giving that work to us, so I don't think it should be in the schedule.
Well, I think they're recognising that they're ours, are we? I mean...
Yeah, that's all it's there
I
to
don't
do.
think it should be in the schedule, because it's not theirs, it's ours, so they shouldn't be giving us permission to do anything.
It's not permission, it's just recognising the town council is doing the work.
No, I don't see the necessity for it. It's creating something that isn't necessary. I can be called down on it.
I've just said what
it's
up to the council.
Yes, because they're ours anyway, on our land. We'd probably expect. Is Northview on our land? It isn't, is it?
Northview is ours as well. Yeah.
The play park's for ours, but it's not on our land, is it?
Northview is registered under our name.
Yeah, but the land it sits on isn't ours, is it?
Well, it's because it's inside the
Well, it is registered with the land agents, land registry as ours.
Is it? I didn't realise that. Okay. Yes, I don't see why it should be in the schedule at all, because it's nothing to do with Swindon.
Yeah, I'm just would like to clarify what is the potential for this for the skate park that we're working on getting, because that I understand is on some borough council land, or hopefully will be.
Still, we have already agreed that we will own it once it's...
Okay, that's fine.
I agree with Maureen. I think it's creating something that doesn't need to be created, because we are wholly responsible and always have been for those play areas. So I think it should be taken out. It's different from the other parishes where perhaps Swindon owned the playgrounds, but you know it's different. So I don't think it needs to be in there at all.
I can see both sides of this, because I was at a parish meeting last night where play areas came up, all the things that we know for the new parishes. I can see, as I said, both sides. One, if we put it on ours, puts it in, shown as ours, then should something dramatic happen, there'd be an accident, it would be easily identifiable for insurance if there was a claim as to whether it was borough or town council. But I also see the other side of Maureen's put across that we're responsible for it anyway, so I'm sure somebody would come to the town council, so it's 50-50 really, but I'm sure it's not going to make any difference if it stays out, and I'm quite happy for it to remain out.
Question for Leon. So I just wanted some clarity over what this schedule is. I understood it to be an agreed list of works that HTC would do for SPC, but if that can't be the case, well, what is it?
So it's exactly that. It's function services and service levels that the town council delivers. So if it helps the town council, I personally don't have a strong view either way on this either. It's really just putting it in front of you, because then it's the same as what we've done with other parish councils. But if you opted and said, well, we own them, and as far as we're concerned, that's outside of this, I'm perfectly comfortable with that as well. So,
I just think it maybe muddies the content of it.
Can't we just word it that Highworth Town Council will continue to maintain the playgrounds within the...
there's no ownership.
I don't think it's necessary, is it?
No? Yeah. All right.
So that won't be in the deed.
That's fine. So shall we take? We'll take that one out. I've only got two left, and then we're done. So the next one, though, has been an area of discussion. We've discussed it at length with a number of representatives from parish councils, and it's in relation to fly tipping. The discussions that we've had with parish councils, and I think we largely have agreement, but again, I'd like to put it in front of yourselves for discussion, is a set of wording that recognises that where there is what might be described as minor fly tipping, or at least fly tipping which the parish council feel capable that they can deal with, so whether that's just a small bag on the side, that when your street cleaning resources are going along doing their day-to-day work, they can pick that up and deal with it, then the wording recognises that if the parish council wish to do that, then they can do that. It also then recognises that where you have fly tipping in Highworth that is beyond the town council's capability, that you will contact Swindon Borough Council, and that Swindon Borough Council will deal with that fly tipping, which is in situ. So the wording, if I put in front of you for consideration, is where the parish, or in this instance, the town council has the capability to remove fly tipping, it will do so. Where the fly tipping removal is beyond the capability of the parish or town council, then contact Swindon Borough Council, who will log the incident and remove it accordingly.
Just jumping in. So, fly tipping, biggest issue, I guess, is, as far as I see, how to stop it, how to get to the root cause of it, and who's the culprit. So, what's required for actually? I mean, let's assume it's a single black bag on the side of the road, all tied up. It obviously needs to be identified. What would you expect us to be able to do to identify that so you could successfully prosecute?
So what you can, so we have, if you're in agreement with this proposal, then we have set out a process that we can, a detailed process that we can put in front of you. But it's in relation to, you could rip the bag open to see if there's any material that identifies who the owner of that material is. If there is anything in there, then a photograph of that can be taken and it can then be removed. What would then happen is our environmental function, which seeks to prosecute anybody fly tipping within the borough, would then interview the member of staff who removed it, take any photographic evidence, and we've checked with our legal department, and that is admissible for us to fulfil a prosecution case.
Okay.
Everybody, hold it.
Who assesses how much we could take away and how much we get Swindon to take away, and what happens if the office contacts Swindon and they come out and say, no, we're not prepared to take that away because we think you can take it away?
No, we would, if we had a call from the town council to remove fly tipping, we would come along and remove it.
Gary,
Yes, your turn.
Well, you're looking down there. I'd support
do you want
that suggestion. No, I got my own. I'm just a bit worried with the wording is capable. Who decides who is capable? Are we capable for removing that big or that big? I just know whether there is any definition of how capable we are.
I think there should be a definition, for example, one plastic bag or something. And I would, at the moment, presumably Street Smart do this, or if they would come out and do it. And it's not just the time to remove it, where are they going to put it? What about the photographic evidence, etc., etc.? It is a time-consuming task to do. How much time and cost does Street Smart currently have to pay for one black plastic bag plus the photograph and tearing it apart and putting it somewhere?
So, I don't know whether Mr. Lane would like to add anything to this, but I suspect in certain, well, perhaps then I'll pause.
Yeah.
Can I just say that we already do this, we already deal with minor fly tipping, because it's not worth our time, it's not worth Swindon's time for us to call the call centre for somebody to come out for something that we could easily put with the rubbish that Swindon collects from us every week. Because we have an agreement with Swindon in our agreement that they will collect all our rubbish that we get from bins and other sources that litter we pick up, we just leave it at the agreed place, which is a garage down in Home Farm that Swindon handed over to us, and we would just put small items of fly tipping with that, and Swindon collects it. We've got 3 Eurobins down there.
Would we open it and photograph it and do all those other things?
Well, this is the thing that we strap for time, same as anybody else, and if it's just a one-off, we probably wouldn't look inside it. I don't think Swindon would look inside it. However, we have instances where we know a person is possibly putting a bag of rubbish out every week and hoping that somebody would pick it up. And when that happens, I have spoken to Street Smart, and we would not actually take that and put it with our rubbish. I would ask Swindon to come out, look at it. I would say who I thought was actually dumping it, and I would think that their enforcement officer would either go around and interview that person, because there may not be evidence in there of whose it is, but we believe it's coming from someone, and they are able to go send their person round there to talk to the person who's left it. I think it all comes down to practicality and common sense. We're going to be asking Swindon to look at a larger issue of fly tipping down at our garage, where an individual is slowly putting more and more sacks out, and we will ask them to come down and inspect that rubbish, and we will ask Swindon to treat that as fly tipping rather than our rubbish being taken away. I think we have 2 things with what Leon is saying. One is that we've established that we'll continue doing what we normally do, but it also is good because within the deed it recognises the fact that Swindon will come and collect our fly tipping, whereas at the moment we don't have that recognition. We know that it's Swindon's responsibility to do it, but I think that, you know, we have this cooperation going on at the moment, and it does leave the onus on us to say, even if it's a single bag, no, we want Swindon to come out and collect it, because it's written in there that if we don't feel capable of doing it, we will ask Swindon to come and do it.
I don't need to ask my question because he's asked.
Thank you.
I wanted to ask if you were concerned about the words fly tipping, but you're obviously not.
No,
Because it opens
it's
up
a
can of worms.
recognised term.
Steve. David's team are very, very capable of deciding what they can and can't not either pick up or what they feel is dangerous. As David has already said, you know, they're doing it now. So to me, I think I would accept it because A, it's improving the working relationship, and B, it's showing the people of the town that, you know, we want to do as much as we can to keep the town clean. So again, it's one of those that I think we should include in it. And as I said, Dave's already team of people are already doing it. So we've got a good wolf wheels behind the people of Highworth who we represent.
Yeah, I just think there's 3 little words missing because of all the to and fro we've had about fly tipping, and that is free of charge.
Well done, Molly.
Alison.
Last one. As you say, the parishes have had a lot of discussion about this, and we have met as, you know, a group of parishes. What do you think? What are the other parishes saying to this kind of proposal? Are they in agreement or not?
I think this wording from my discussions seems to be acceptable with the parishes that I've spoken to, which is most of them.
Right.
So we have gone back and forth a little bit, but I think we're nearly there.
I'd say it's acceptable as long as both shadow parishes as well.
Yeah, let me finish by telling you 2 little stories. Somebody turned up at the council offices this afternoon with a car tyre, and they'd found it in the road and thought we might like it instead. Clear it up for them. And the Sunday before last, Maureen, Nick and myself went collecting rubbish, and I took it on myself to do Crick Lane Road, and I went from Jerry's house down to the Hampton turn and got a whole sack full, so heavy that I couldn't carry it. I had to go and get the car back and then take it up here. We had how many sacks, Nick?
12 in total.
Mm.
Then definitely your experience and well done.
So, yeah, we're trying to keep, we're trying to keep it tidy, so there's not too much floating going on. Thank you. And the last one, Leon.
Thank you. The last one is being put in at the request of other parishes. It's in relation to the washing of road signs and bollards. Now the context here is that the Borough Council don't have resources. We haven't been cleaning road signs and bollards for some period of time. But parish councils have approached us, have said they would like permission if they were arranging a community event to wash the road signs and bollards if that is what they wanted to do. So the proposed wording for you to consider is the Town Council will hereby have permission to undertake the washing of road signs and bollards should this be the desire of the Town Council.
Just a quick one on that. If in between the council thinking I'd like to wash that, the Swindon Borough Council going to wash it anyway?
The only signs that we would look to ensure that they were clean are highway signs, and they're not the sorts of signs that we would be recommending to the Town Council anyway. So this is more regarding street nameplates, etc.
Thank you. Questions? Nick?
For the sake of potentially voluntary groups, we do a litter picking group that meet up monthly. Could SBC as a one-off provide some street cleaning equipment, sign cleaning equipment to the group?
So what I have agreed with another parish council is that we have some graffiti wipes, which I've said that we'll provide packs of those to a particular parish council who had a similar thought about using them on street signs. I'm very happy to arrange that if that would be helpful.
My concern over road signs in particular is where trees and hedges are completely obscuring the signs. And I've not noticed Swindon Borough Council trimming them back so they can be seen. Is that part of your remit?
So if I just check with Mr. Lane, so is that work, David, that you would have in your site?
We have an agreement that we will cut shrubs, identified shrubs, because we've got this marvellous map that we all walk round and found, but we do agree that we have got a responsibility for cutting shrubs to a certain height, and certain hedges to a certain height, but we're not prepared to. I mean, I think that we would look at that and we would possibly go out and do it.
Anybody else?
Not on the large road signs, just on the small ones.
On the toll road signs, because as you come into Highworth, most of those, you're not talking about our
Which is
work.
not what we
No.
would do.
If they're highway signs, it should be sorted. Absolutely should be recorded with the Borough Council.
No, we're talking about the smaller shrubs.
I thought you were talking about
Verti
the
signs.
No, we wouldn't do that.
No, I can't see through.
I couldn't even be responsible for the safety of the men doing that.
No,
either.
exactly.
No. Do you want to sum up at all?
Well, so, no, I mean, we had 3 meetings now, haven't we? You asked Maureen to look into this, and we had 3 meetings. We started off where there were various deeds that seemed to be different per council. We've now got to the stage where all the other rural councils have got the choice of either accepting a common deed, which is common to all of them. They have got the opportunity themselves to take on specific tasks within the Street Smarts area. It's up to them what they do with those, but I think that we already had this agreement with Swindon, which I will quarrel with Leon on one thing. It wasn't part of, we were a pilot. We went out actually, and Maureen and we went out and we went to Swindon long before this was ever on the horizon. I think we were lumped with the pilot because we were there eventually, but we are still standing with the deed that we had, and I'm very grateful for the fact that we are, because I think it's a bloody good deed. what we're talking about is a deed of variance. I don't know, there's only one other thing I'd ask you, Leon, on that, which is, there were one or two extra legalities that Stephen put into the other deed that maybe could go into our deed of variance, but we could talk about that, or
Well, if you let me know, yeah, if you let me,
whatever.
yeah, absolutely, if you let me know what those
But
are.
I think that we're no worse off than we were, and I think with the fly tipping we actually are better off because it's actually specified in there, and I think that we, as I say, Sevenhampton I think is within our capacity to solve one way or another. You know, I'm going to have a
Sounds
fun
like
of
we're
talking to
using a
Sevenhampton.
triangle. Sevenhampton triangle.
Well, it might disappear.
Well, I know the farmers around there, they're ploughed up.
Well, the road
Okay.
signs also sounds good because, you know, it's one of those things that, like you organise a Listric day, it's organised like a street sign cleaning day, and, you know, depending on.
I think Steve just volunteered.
I've actually got some proper wipes that the police have given me.
I think the one thing that we haven't mentioned is graffiti, which I think we continue as we are, which was, we'll look after the minor ones, but if there are large outbreaks of it, then we'd involve Swindon and the police.
Well, if we could certainly have a couple tubs or
Yeah, I've made a note of that,
That'd be
so
good.
I'll arrange that through.
possibly a box of rubber gloves. Would be good.
Can I know
Say for the Suns?
He's obviously got a lot of washing when he gets there.
You've got a really cleaning job as well.
No,
Yeah, thank you very much,
I'm
Neil.
happy with what we got through anyway.
Yeah, thank you very much for coming out.
Thank you.
I think we've